Today I'm getting tattoo removal. We haven't left yet. I'm kind of just figuring out what to wear to optimize getting 3 locations with removal. I kind of decided the last second. I have this like acorn that I got at a flash event that I would love to just have it lightened. I think it looks like just a little poop. I don't know. Do you think it looks like an acorn?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
An acorn is so cute. I feel like it needs to be like, if I just had it lightened, I think I could have it redone cute. I can have the pants pull up, so I can have that. Getting that, I packed an ankle sock. This is like my move when I get tattooed, to pack a little ankle sock so I'm not barefoot. So this is like a little ankle sock. I'll put that on so I'm not barefoot. I don't know, I feel like if I'm like, oh, this is a clean sock I packed, if the tattoo artist, or in this case, tattoo removal specialist, then like they can hold my foot, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just like a fucking clammy foot. And then my big guy is on my hip. I wasn't sure if I should wear like sweatpants. These are kind of sweatpants, they're joggers. I feel like I can really get it off like that. I packed shorts, and then the underwear I'm wearing is kind of like, I think the style's called boy shorts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I feel bad though, I feel like you can see them. I feel like you can see. You can see, are you laughing? You can see
No.
it. I know.
Just the definition of the shape of them that you just pointed out, like, makes, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not wearing some, like, G-string there.
Yeah.
I bet I could, and, like, no one would be mad.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be weird.
It would be just as easy for everybody.
You think? This is more for modesty reasons.
No, I know,
Modest.
but I'm saying, like, a G-string wouldn't get in the way of anything.
You think I should?
No.
You think I should switch to
Because
a
that's
G-string?
it's barely in underwear. So.
You know, I think it's from the Fifth Element. It's like underwear that becomes suspenders. Do you think I should
Yes.
pick up a pair of those on the way?
Yeah.
Walmart
Yeah.
might have a cosplay section nowadays. So we're getting ready to leave. It takes us like an hour and a half to get there. I packed shorts just in case he's like, that's cool, put on shorts, and three tattoos to be removed. 3 tattoos to be removed. And he might do something for his Instagram, so I wore makeup. Okay, I'm in the bathroom before my tattoo removal. I wanted to wash my hands. So, obviously this tattoo has a lot of different colors in it, and from what I understand from being here before and the research that you give out, the only research I've ever done is the one you've offered.
Sure.
So I understand it has white, black color, and unfortunately yellow. Like,
Correct.
This seems like an unremovable tattoo.
So let's back up a step. Is the goal to remove this tattoo to no longer have it, or would your ultimate goal to be to have a new tattoo that has a style or artwork that's more to your preference put in this position?
Yes, more to my preference. I just want to have basically the most opportunity for like a tattoo artist to work with it. And I know it goes up high with those weird, and it's a mix of styles. It's just like, I don't like it, but...
Okay. So in this case, we're going to be looking at somewhere on average between 2 and 5 treatments.
Okay.
The number is going to be determined based on how you respond to the treatments, as no ink is regulated.
Okay.
That will be a varying problem in here. Will possibly delay some things. We are going to end up using both of the lasers we have here in the office and 3 different wavelengths in total, but not all in one office visit.
Okay.
In most cases, to create enough space in the second layer of the skin, the dermis, in order for the cover-up to occur, we need to reduce about 40 to 50% of it. In
Okay.
most cover-up situations, the line work is what will hold back most tattoos. So in this case, the big bold outline around the skull, that's going to be most prevalent to get another tattoo put over top of it,
Okay.
preventing that from happening. You're still going to need a tattoo at least this big or bigger, generally speaking, but that line work is going to be not only the most stubborn to come out, but also limit the styles. Same with the darker sections that are put into here. There is white in this. White does have a possibility of turning dark brownish black due to the heavy non-ferrous metals that are in here as well. We won't know until we start. So there's an option that we can do about a fingernail's width, maybe leaving it a little bit smaller today in addition to doing the black, and we'll see how your body responds from that.
Okay.
On a second visit is when we'll typically start working on some of the colors in here. The yellow's probably not going to budge, but to understand tattooing, especially this kind of tattooing, the yellow is most vibrant due to the contrasting colors next to it.
Oh, okay. That makes so much sense.
So as the black line work falls out, the yellow won't be nearly as vibrant. So the logos on my shirt pop because they're contrasting to the black.
Yeah.
If I had a really, really dark blood red or dark gray logo, it wouldn't look so good on a black shirt.
Oh, that's so smart.
So those are some of the limitations. Today we will most likely be working on all of the black, possibly some of the red. Unfortunately, that's one that we can't make a video of because that wavelength for some reason tends to destroy camera sensors.
Wow.
I can actually send you a link to a gentleman who was filming a red tattoo getting lasered at a clinic, and his $2,000 Sony camera just got destroyed. It's perfectly safe for us to use because we're wearing protective glasses.
Okay.
But it's the same as if you went to pre-COVID, a rave, and they were doing a laser light show, and those lasers would cut through the field of view of your lens. It could ruin the CMOS sensor in your camera.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's wild. The good things are your skin is very fair. This is close to the lymphatic system. Torso tattoos will typically respond a little bit better. Things that won't respond so well is the black line work right out of the gate. It's going to be a little bit slow. This tattoo specifically, there's inconsistencies. So this portion of the line here is much thicker than the portion of line here.
So this, I wanted to ask you, you can kind of see some of my like stretch marks and stuff. This is an area in my body where I gain and lose weight, like fluctuating a lot. So I also wondered if that fluctuation kind of chewed up this tattoo.
Most likely not.
Okay.
That was most likely caused, we're talking about inconsistencies. So you can see this portion here is super dark, and this line here is super light.
Okay.
This line here is dark, and then we can see it get a little bit lighter. The easiest explanation that I can give you in a situation like this is when you're painting a wall in a house. You load up the roller with some paint, you go to the wall, and you start moving from right to left or left to right.
Okay.
And at a certain point you run out of paint, so you have to go back in and re-dip, and that's when you continue on. Okay. When you pull a line in a tattoo, the needle group is holding onto the ink. It's let out through the pull process, and then an artist has to go back in and get more and start. So anywhere that lines intersect or cross, anywhere that lines start and stop, you will start to see inconsistencies. Throw into the mix the position on your body, the position of their hand, and the speed at which they're moving their hand in correspondence with the speed at which they're running the machine, that the needles are moving up and down.
Okay.
Will either cause it to skip very slowly, or it's going to go and it's going to move a whole bunch faster. Okay. So there will be a bunch of variables on the tattoo side of things. So every line in every tattoo is going to be a little bit different.
Wow. This like Kelly green right here, do you think that's mixed with yellow and will cause issues? Or like even some of this murk, is that yellow?
It's so tough to say.
Yeah. Okay.
With inconsistencies of tattooing, with the supply chain of pigments that tattoo ink manufacturers are buying from, it's really tough to say. It might be green visually to us now, but there could have been a lot of yellow added as the base to it.
Right.
This is true across the board. Also, depending on how they were tattooing you, whether they were using cartridges and just snapping one off and putting a new one on for different colors, or if they were using the same needle grouping and rinsing it in water and there's still some residual left in the previous color, that will cause it. In order to remove green, we use a laser called a PicoShore. It tends to be very effective at it, but it might end up leaving you with a brighter yellow than you have as the dull murky green, because the murky green will be removed and the yellow will remain, and then it's going to stand on its own. So purple, as an example, is a combination of red and blue. PicoShore typically excels very well while treating purple, but it's the blue component of the purple that it works. It's completely colorblind and inefficient on red altogether. So when that happens, we switch to our other laser, which specifically does red, and we can knock down the red portion of a purple tattoo.
Okay.
And that's where modern tattooing and modern tattoo removal starts to butt heads a little bit, because we simply don't know, lack of regulations, lack of knowing what's in the inks, and then a lot of artists will mix colors occasionally. They'll either dilute with distilled water, or sometimes white, or they'll add a hint of this color or a drop of that color to get to the tone that they want to best match the client's skin tone as well.
Yeah.
Because one red might look really good in the first person of the day, but the next person who comes in who needs a red tattoo, it might need to be brighter or darker or more intense or less intense to better showcase their skin tone with the tattoo going along with it.
Okay.
So it's an unknown. The best thing we can do is start the process and monitor through photos. That's why we've always taken and we've always taken so many photos, and we've always made it a point to show as many photos as we can.
Yeah, the photos on your Instagram are really helpful.
Thank you. We also work really hard to show a wide variety of them, not just the home run winners, because not everybody is going to be a home run winner. In this case, like I mentioned, we're probably only going to treat the black. There's a good chance that some of the color in this tattoo has a black tone or a carbon in it. We won't know until we start with the laser. And then as far as the cover-up goes, we'll typically ask you to consult with your tattoo artist, maybe after the second.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, maybe after the second or third laser treatment, and then the two of you will decide, hey, this looks pretty good. I can cover it with very little compromise, or you know what, the artwork you want, it probably is going to have to be a little darker and a little bigger unless you go back for another laser session. So it's an ongoing conversation with all of us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you already have one tattoo that you're not totally in love with. I would hate to see you or anybody rush into getting that cover up and then come back to me a year later and be like, I don't like the cover up, let's peel back all the layers.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm totally patient, and you know, I surrender to the process because I think I'm going to travel for the cover up, so who even knows when that could even be a possibility. So totally fine for whatever. Do you, how do I say this? Is this a difficult one?
I don't like to use the word difficult.
Yeah.
It depends on how things go.
A whammy.
It's a lot of unknowns just because of the colors. If you had come in and said, I no longer want this tattoo, I don't love tattoos, I can't have this on my skin, the expectation I would set would be even to get this at 80% is going to be difficult.
Okay.
We consider in ideal situations a removed tattoo to be 90 or 95% pigment eradication. Mm-hmm. This one to even get to 80% would be a bit tough. What that means, what 90 to 95% means, is that you're wearing a bathing suit or you're at home with your partner. They're standing 10 or 15 feet away from you. They probably won't know a tattoo was there.
Okay.
But under close examination, again, 90 to 95%, you'll start to see flecks of faded pigment here or there. In this case, you're going to see a bunch of yellow. The white is a variable in this one as well. Knowing that you already are pretty heavily tattooed, knowing you have no problem getting more tattoos, this one's just eating up a lot of real estate.
Yes, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be a point of contention for you, and probably some thought process depending on how many tattoos are below this one and above it, and how you're going to plan out the rest of whether it's a full suit you're going to end up with in the next 10 or 20 years, or just one very large piece. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a combination of things. Most of the work, I believe you have, is American Traditional.
Yeah, and this doesn't vibe.
Right, and American Traditional relies heavily on negative space in order to show that bold will hold, and actually, some of the design work that's in there.
Yeah.
That's not to say that something like a giant eagle wing couldn't easily cover this, but if the intention was not to have a tattoo this big, going from ribs to kneecap, for example, then that's probably not a great example. Mm. There's an old joke, as far as cover-ups go, that you can cover almost any tattoo with an 8-ball wearing a top hat, and that Panthers are always great options. But if neither of those are really good for you, then we can put some work in, and maybe a year and a half from now.
That sounds awesome. That's a great projection. I'm totally for it.
Awesome. Anything else I can answer for you about your tattoo specifically, or the process itself?
That has answered it. Those are answered my questions. Yeah, I think the rest is just seeing how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to eat healthy and have my body right so we can get this thing out of here.
Awesome. As an expectation, I don't expect to see fading on this for maybe 3 to 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have a little bit of inflammation, some minor swelling, a little bit of redness in your skin for the next couple days.
Okay.
But The areas where you will start to see some of the fading happen are going to be where the lines are thinner. In through here where it trails off.
Yeah.
We'll start to see those lines almost kind of break apart like this. That's where you'll start to see the actual fading happen. If we treat red today, unfortunately we can't record that. That tends to go pretty quickly for people as well.
That sounds cool.
But the idea is, like, I just don't know how much black was actually mixed into some of this color. I'll get a better idea once we start the treatment, because the frosting, the water vapors that happen during the process, they're a pretty good indicator of just black pigment.
I think this is a stretch mark.
Okay.
Have you done removal over scarring?
Absolutely, yeah. There's been a lot of people who've had weight fluctuation changes or lifestyle changes, and that's caused their body to, gain and lose weight. In many cases, the reason they're having the tattoo faded to be reworked is that the tattoo just lost its shape. So we can definitely go over that. It doesn't pose any problem for us.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool, awesome. I'm very excited.
Me too.
This is a very good camera. I'm like, what is that?
It's an older Canon G15.
Hell yeah. Cool. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Awesome.
Okay. Is this correct?
Yeah, no, you're completely fine. As far as the white goes, do you just want me to touch one portion of it to see what happens? You want me to try to go over all of it? What would you like to do?
If we keep trying to remove the white, so if the white turns brown, it can never be removed, or it's just a long time to remove the brown?
Much less likely that it's going to remove.
I'm just worried because some of the white is out of the lines there.
Right. So why don't I just do a small little piece of it right here,
Okay.
and we'll see how it heals.
Okay.
We'll kind of play it by ear.
Okay.
So if you want, you can just lay on your side, be comfortable. Get my dad jokes going in here in a minute.
I think people are going to be really excited. Last time I was here was 5 years ago, and I think there's a lot more positivity about tattoo removal, or just like even taking charge of your physical appearance.
I think it's way more accepted now, and I don't know if that's just because Botox and other things are more accepted.
Yeah.
Maybe. Alright, so you're going to get cold air for the next minute or two. And then I tell this to everybody, that applies to you, YouTuber or not.
Yeah.
You need a break, you tell me, ouch, stop, it hurts.
Okay.
But I want you to focus on breathing. 2 to 3 seconds in, 2 to 3 seconds out.
Okay.
And we'll start on an exhale in about a minute or so.
Yeah, I saw your client on the elevator with an ice pack. I was like,
Yeah,
yay.
we send people home with ice packs now. The gray box that if you look right in front of, like, above your head, on the counter.
Oh yeah, that's
Nice machine.
That's kind of cute.
Make sure I have clearance for everything. Okay, if you need a break, you tell me ouch, stop, it hurts.
Okay.
Second exhale, I start. So nice deep breath in, and out. One deep breath in again, and out. Here we go. How you doing?
A little bit of cold air time. Oh, it sucks so bad.
Just focus on that breathing. You're a little shallow with your breath right now.
Okay.
Ready for a little more?
Yeah.
Deep breath in. And out. Just like that. Nice deep breath in. There you go, slowly. A little pinchy down here. Still doing okay?
Okay, a little break.
Absolutely, we're almost done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
We only have about maybe 5 to 8 seconds left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, you're doing really well.
I can, like, taste metal, is that?
Yeah, that's common with some people that have a metallic penny taste. Like
Yeah.
a dirty penny. Yeah. Maybe 1 in 40 or 50 people have that taste.
Oh, wow, okay. Not to be special. Okay, I guess I'm... I can do 8 seconds.
Deep breath in. Out. Here we go. How you feeling?
Good.
Based on the reaction I saw, I think we're going to start treating the colors next time around.
Okay.
But I'm happy with the reaction that we got out of this so far.
Okay.
Everything looks pretty good. You can take your glasses off, relax for a minute. I don't want you to sit up just yet.
Okay.
All there feels good?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to take a look at it, this is the first time you've actually been able to see it. You can see the frosting. So you can see the frosting is wherever there was black ink. So we actually got some frosting in through here and through here. I clipped the corner just like I said I was going to.
Okay.
And this whole area frosted over, all of this frosted over, all of this did too. So there actually was quite a bit of black in there.
Okay.
Even up and through here, some of it frosted over. This will fade in about 10 or 20 minutes.
Okay.
Your tattoo may look a little more bold and a little more pronounced for a couple days. And in about 3 to 5 weeks, we'll start to see some fading.
Okay.
Don't sit up yet, just focus on your breathing. I'll move everything out of the way.
Okay.
That was fun. I want you to know that I barely felt anything this time around.
Oh, you got me.
The joke never gets old.
You got me.
Alright.
So no red today, you think?
No, I think it's better off if we don't do it.
Okay.
I want you to get through a good heal on this one first.
Yeah.
And because, actually, if you look without your glasses, you can see through here some of the inflammation.
I do see that.
That tells me there was black in there. The laser that we use to focus on red, if there's black involved, it makes the heal a little bit longer.
Okay.
So I'd rather you have a really solid heal now,
Okay.
and then next time maybe it's not as good of a heal, but you'll have better results
Okay.
on those specific colors. You're not dizzy or lightheaded, are you?
No, no.
At your convenience, you can sit up.
Cool.
I'm just going to start wiping everything down.
One minute afterwards. Thank you. I love that little thing.
Aftercare bags?
That's so cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
Smiling under here.
That's what it says at Wawa. All the ones at Wawa have a little sign that says I'm smiling under my mask.
Yeah, because you haven't been here in a while, so I want to go over everything with you.
Okay, let me get everything. Okay, I am home from the drive, and let's check on the tattoo. It has been probably like 2 hours since we got it. It does hurt. Okay, she is very scary, very red and scary. You can see that is quite also swollen. Okay, so pretty scary, but it's like not bleeding like or anything. You can touch it. But yeah, it's really red and really upset along here, kind of like around my stretch marks and stuff. And then we did a patch test on the white, and the patch test looks pretty angry as well. It's not hot, I guess it is hot, but it is swollen. That's like a whole meat right there. That looks pretty scary. Especially around the top. I'm excited for the shower, but it's not going to be the same like gratifying after tattoo shower, because this is very different. Yeah, this is like swollen.